closing down they will think about either, if they are not making profit, they will think about shutting down. But before they think about shutting down, there are things they have to put into consideration. So as a firm, if the firm is not making profit, that means the firm is not doing well. So what comes next is, what should we do? That brings about, what is a company's shut down point in the short run? So what happens with a company in the short run? What will that company do if it's not making profit? So here I go. The shut down point of a company should occur not when the business makes a loss in the short run, rather when it's unable to cover for its variable cost. So the decision about shutting down a company should not occur when the business is making a loss. It should occur if the business is not making, if the business is not covering its variable cost, because variable cost is a cost that changes as the level of output changes. So if you are unable to cover your variable cost, then there's a problem. Get the point? Because as soon as you are able to cover your variable cost, you'll be able to reduce your fixed cost. That's how it works. Variable costs are costs for raw materials, wages for workers. If you are producing and you are unable to cover, that means your revenue is unable to cover for your variable cost, then you are not doing well as a firm. Then you should consider shutting down the business.
Yes.
So in the short run, you might not be making profit. The point is that in the short run, you might not be making profit. Even if you are not making profit, you should be able to cover up for your variable cost. Do you get it? Because you have used raw materials. So the raw materials you have used, you should be able to make revenue from it. So the total raw materials used, the total output should be equal to the revenue you made, even if you are not exceeding the revenue. Because you only exceed revenue when your total revenue, you can only make profit if your total revenue exceeds your total cost. So the total cost comprises the variable cost and the fixed cost, right? So let's forget about the fixed cost, because the fixed cost is constant. So if you are able to cover up for your variable cost as a firm, then you shouldn't consider closing down or shutting down because you are not making profit. But if you are unable to cover up for your variable cost as a firm, then you should consider shutting down. So the consideration for shutting down or the shutdown point in the short run is when a firm does not cover for its variable cost.
Yes.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
Okay.